Hey, this is Jimmy with Truck Builders, and today I have LATC. Okay, so on this upper section of the wall, you have your breaker panel. To your top right, you will have your main. Number 5 will be your spare. Number 6 will be your right hood extractor and right hood lights at the same time. Breaker number 7 will be your outlet number 1. Breaker number 8 will be your cold prep table. Breaker number 9 will be your front AC unit. Breaker number 10 will be your single door freezer. Breaker number 11 will be your interior lights. Breaker number 12 will be your converter charger. Breaker number 13 will be your exterior outlet. Breaker number 14 will be your spare. On to the right. Breaker number 19 will be your Bluetooth receiver. Breaker number 20 will be your under-counter refrigerator as well as your TV display. Breaker number 21 will be your single door refrigerator. Breaker number 2 will be your rear AC unit. Breaker number 23 will be your left hood extractor as well as your left hood light. Breaker number 24 will be your water pump and water heater at the same time. Breaker number 25 will be your heater proof box warmer, and breaker number 26 to 28 will be your spare. Here you have your 50 amp 110 to 220 volt outlet. Right here is where your shore power line will connect to, as well as you will receive a 50 amp adapter within the vehicle, which you can easily connect to a 110 volt extension cord, which you can connect to a regular wall outlet, and you're able to charge your batteries as when the vehicle is not in use, or for other necessities to keep the refrigerators on while the vehicle is not in use. Onto the second compartment. This is your battery bank compartment. Here you have a little RV latch attached to it. This is your battery bank. To the right is converter charger, which allows your battery to be charged when you have a shore power connector or the generator connected as well. To the left, you have a little label that says keep the unit plugged in when not in use. That way your batteries will be at full health any given time when the vehicle is not in use. Here we have our generator, as well as over here you got your main breaker. Down here you have your start, your preheat. So like in order to start the generator, you want to prime it. You want to preheat it first, right? So press the lower button. At this very moment, it's priming it. Just give it about a minute, honestly. And from there you want to start. On the passenger side of the vehicle, right, at the very rear end of the vehicle, you will have this compartment. Here is your propane tank, right? Right now we have our testing propane tank, and you have your gas valve on and off. At this very moment, it's off in a horizontal position, but the moment you turn the lever and it's at a vertical position, that means it's open. That means that the gas is flowing in, and at the same time, we want to make sure that the valve down here is open, right? So right now it's completely open. Here is open, meaning gas is going on within the lines, and you go ahead and test out the appliances. Okay, so on the side of the vehicle, you have your awning control panel. You have your on and off. You have your retract and extend. You have your interior lights. You have your service window door switch, so you're able to extend and retract with just the push of a button. So if you look to the right, it starts retracting, or if you want to extend it. And then to the very right, you have your 12 volt breaker panel. Your first one is your service windows lights. Your second will be your LED sign display. Your third will be your right side exterior lights. Your fourth will be your left side exterior lights. Your fifth will be your water level monitor, which is here to the very left. And then the very last one will be your 12 volt battery disconnect switch. So basically nothing drains the battery. And then to the very top, you have your Type K liquid fire extinguisher. That's for your fryer. So first things first, what you want to make sure is that you turn on your extractors before turning any appliance on. Here, if you come to the right, on the side of the wall, you have your hood lights. You got your right hood and right hood lights. Same thing at the very top, left hood and left hood light. So if I were to turn off the right hood extractor, I just turn off the right extractor, hood light, right here. Turn that off. So the bottom one is for the right and the top one is for the left. Okay, so now we are going to open the valve for the first appliance, right, which is your hot plate and your range oven. So that will be your hot plate valve. Turn that valve over, and at the very top you have your pilots. You should hear a little hissing sound, meaning that gas is coming through it. And from there you want to light that up with a regular lighter. And you see how the pilot is emitting a blue small flame. From there, just turn the knob. Okay, so now to turn the underside, the oven, up here you have this button. What you want to do is push the knob for about 30 seconds, which what you are doing, you're priming it. So that's what we're gonna do. And then after you press the knob for about 30 seconds, hold the knob down. And down here you have this latch. Lift that up and bring it outwards, and it should fall right down. And down here to the right you have your pilot. From there, keep holding the knob, get your lighter, and light up the pilot. Once the pilot is emitting a blue flame, keep holding the knob down for about a good 30 seconds to a minute. Once those seconds have passed by, release the thumb on the knob, and the pilot should still keep emitting a blue flame. And from there you're ready to set your desired temperature with the knob up here. 350 degrees, 400, 450, and the whole heating element towards the left should light up instantly. Okay, so onto the next appliance, right? We have the steam table. Down here is your valve. Turn it to the vertical position. It's open. Below the steam table, you should see two pilots sticking out. From there, grab the lighter. Just instantly light that up. And if the pilot does not turn instantly, just give it about a good 30 seconds. Gas is going through the lines, and you just gotta give it. So that's one, and that's two, right? And from there, just turn the knob. To the griddles, same procedure. You have your griddle valves. We are gonna turn the second griddle, open the valve. You should start hearing some hissing, meaning that the pilot is releasing some gas. Below here you have a little square, and in that square you have a pilot, right? You have a little crevice through here which you're able to see where the pilot is at. And once that pilot starts emitting a blue flame, same thing as any other appliance, just turn the knob and the whole heating element within should turn on. And it will be the same procedure for the next knob and for the second griddle. Okay, so quick brief of the things we have within this vehicle. You have your fire suppression system. Here is your handle. You have your ABC fire extinguisher. As we get on to the right, you have your two griddles to the very left. You have your grease trays on your hood vents. To the right, you have your freezer, your refrigerator, as well as within the freezer and refrigerator, you should have a few hardware for your shelves. And within the warranty of these equipment, you should have the key, which will allow you to lock and open during transportation, so that way the doors do not open. Here you have your heater proofer. Simple as just turning the button on, adjusting the temperature, and you're set. Right? You have your stainless steel wash shelves. You have your camera system. You have your monitor. You have your gas detector at the very top. As we head down towards the vehicle, you have your under-counter refrigerator. You have this compartment storage that slides out. You have your utensil drawer. You have your under-counter refrigerator. You have your sandwich prep table, refrigerator. Over here to the left, you have your 3-compartment sink. You have your hand wash sink. You have your stainless steel. You have your soap dispenser. You have your paper dispenser. You have your water heater and water pump, and you have your water level monitor, which will tell you the amount of water you have in your fresh water tank, your wastewater tank, and your gray water tank. Right at the very bottom, you have your water heater. To the very left, you have your water pump. And as we open this compartment, you have your potable water tank, as well as you have your cleaning port caps, so that way you're able to throw in a solution, let the solution dissolve within the portable water tank, so that way no particles, no bacteria or nothing like that ends up staying. And you have a valve at the very bottom which will allow you to drain the whole water tank and allow new water to flow in. And then to the very right, you have your detergent buckets. You have your green and your red. Okay, so within this panel, this is your TV port compartment. So that way, if you want to connect, let's say, some HDMI, an Ethernet, a USB, a coaxial cable, this will be your area. And it's just a little latch door that just opens and closes. And then at the very top, within this box, you have your 25 feet, 50 amp shore power line. And as well as it will come with a 50 amp adapter, so you can easily connect to a 110 extension and easily connect to a regular 20 amp outlet within the building.